Hey guys, welcome back. So this week we're going over the third commandment, and the third commandment says to keep holy the Lord's Day, or honor the Lord's Day. And specifically that's usually interpreted as making sure that you go to mass. So I'm actually in my car, I'm getting ready to walk in and go to church. Got my mask and everything. So I'm headed in to pray for you guys. Just wanted to let you know, and we'll go into the commandment next. Hey guys, so I made it back from mass and I was able to pray for each of you, and so hopefully that helps you throughout your week. But I don't know if you were paying attention during your Sunday mass trip, but Jesus in the gospel today talks specifically about the commandments. And when a Pharisee asked him which of the commandments was the greatest, he responded that you are to love the Lord your God with all of your heart, with all your mind, and with all your strength, and you're to love your neighbor as yourself. So this goes right along with what we're learning when we talked about the first 3 commandments being about loving God and the last 7 being about loving your neighbor. This is exactly what Jesus is talking about when he summarized the greatest commandment. He's summarizing the 10 commandments and putting it all into 1 or 2 sentences. So we are going over the third commandment today, which is the last of the first 3 commandments that talk about loving God in your day-to-day life. And so this third commandment is remember to keep holy the Lord's Day. And it's specifically calling us to take some time to set aside and really honor God and to dedicate some time to Him, where we take an opportunity to thank Him for all the blessings that He's given us. So God is asking you to give one day to Him, Sunday, or that one specific hour He wants you to go to Mass to honor the Lord's Day. So when God created the universe, it took Him 6 days to create all the things. He created Adam and Eve, He created all the plants and animals, the lightness, the darkness, all that took 6 days, and on the 7th day He rested. And so in the same way, God's asking us to take that one day to honor Him and to thank Him for all the blessings that He's given us. And so this one day that the Lord is asking you to give to Him is the Sabbath, or Sunday. And so there's other ways that you can keep Sunday holy beyond going to Mass. We want you to go to Mass, yes, and whether that's virtual or in person right now, it's going to be dependent on your family's choice. But beyond going to Mass, God wants you to take time to specifically make the day set apart from all the others. Maybe that means not working or not going to school or having family dinner or playing your favorite game outside. God wants you to go beyond going to Mass and specifically do something to set aside as a day of rest and just remind you that this is the day of the Lord and that we are to use this day to honor and bless Him. And so also encompassed in the third commandment is this thing called holy days of obligation. And holy days of obligation are days set apart by the church that celebrate an event in the life of Jesus, Mary, or the saints. And on these days, the church is also calling you to go to Mass and to celebrate the Eucharist. And if you look at page 101 in your book, they are listed on the right-hand side towards the bottom, and you can see the list of these days that are holy days of obligation where you need to be going to Mass and setting them aside for the Lord as well. And so just a reminder, the third commandment says, remember to keep holy the Lord's Day, and it just is a specific day set apart to honor and thank the Lord for the blessings that He's given us. And so in order to follow that commandment, you want to make sure that you're setting Sunday apart as a day of prayer and as a day of blessing towards God. And you also want to make sure that you're headed to Mass on Sundays and holy days of obligation. And one last side note I want to hit on before I move on, I'm not going to make a video for the 4th commandment. I'm going to have you watch someone else's video, but the 4th commandment says to honor your father and mother. And specifically with this commandment, to make sure that you're following it, you want to be giving the respect and honor towards your parents that they deserve and any other authority figure that may be in your life. So for you as 4th graders, that could be your teacher, your babysitter, maybe your older sibling if they're put in charge of you, or like policemen or lawmakers or anything like that. You want to be respecting them in the tasks that they're giving you, and make sure that you are giving all people the respect and kindness that they deserve.